Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
To the air on first down with Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The Steelers at a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Pickett. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Touchdown! Anthony Miller from 17 yards out. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 36, Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that would be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Succop's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. Continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run again with Harris, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. On the move past the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Pickett to throw on 1st down. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd down and 3. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Pickett. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
11 yards for number 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? Guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
In what many term is a down year for rookie quarterbacks, the Steelers took Pickett 20th overall because they knew him better than any other quarterback in the draft. They considered him the most pro-ready passer in the class. He's got plenty of gunslinger in him as well. You give him an inch of space to make a throw, he's going to try and make it into a mile.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Brady. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. On the move past the 40. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down. Brady over the middle. He finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Into the red zone, it's Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Brady to throw on second down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. T.J. Watt providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 33-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll drop this off for Bernard. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Austin. very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's